I wanted some insight on. I just had like a person that was really close to me passed away almost 3 weeks ago. So, and it's been causing like a lot of stress. And now I feel like I've really came and I cope with it a bit. But I just wanted to see.
Well, 3 weeks.
Like around me.
3 weeks is not a long time, and it's. I mean, because we're talking about forever, and 3 weeks. So don't push yourself if you're still feeling out of it because of this. That's absolutely acceptable. I mean, now let me tell you something. These 2 cards I got while you were describing this to me, I got 2 cards, and one card is about loss and grief, and the other card is a fascinating card. It's the Judgment. It's in the Last Judgment and resurrection, and that's telling me that the person is okay. I've got another major card, which is the High Priestess, and that is about the other side of the veil being this life and the next life. So I'm seeing. What I'm seeing here is that you're feeling lost, but we know that from what you said. What's interesting is that I pulled that card while we were speaking. And then the Judgment card tells me that we get reduced to cliches at times like this, but this person is in a better place. The person is doing well. The person exists. The Wheel of Fortune tells me that the life is, the person has gone through a change. And that's, of course, that is a transition. And the world is a card of success and happiness, but it's just fascinating. I had this card about loss, which is the 5 of Cups, and all the other cards I have. The Judgment card even shows a graveyard on it. It's about all these positive things. So, if the question is there a message coming to you from this person? What's coming through the cards is happiness. What's coming through the cards is joy. In fact, I just pulled one more card while we're talking, and it's the 10 of Coins, and that's a card that's a card of ancestors and family and lineage. That card is like it implies children and grandchildren and grandparents and great grandparents all together. So this is very positive. This is a very positive thing. It's painful for us, here. Because we've lost somebody, but there's another realm of existence, and I firmly believe this. And this person, I'm getting that this person is now with everybody else. You see. Okay. So now the sadness here and grief that you feel will go away if it goes away at all. Sometimes people are so close to us that there's always a twinge of pain, but these become this becomes part of the fabric of our lives and who we are, and I abhor when people say things like, well, you've been sad enough. I mean, it's so personal, it's so individual that you have to do it for you. And I'm seeing there that the 5 of Cups is an interesting card in this situation because a person is looking at 3 spilled cups and is grieving, but doesn't see yet that there are 2 other cups that are fine, that are not spilled. So all that means is that one day you're going to turn your head and you're going to see the others. When that happens, it's going to happen when it needs to happen, right? It's going to happen when it's ready. We don't have grief on a timetable.
Yeah.
So the cards, the bulk of these cards are major cards, which means that this is a very important issue in your life. And that says take it very seriously. But we go from the Judgment to the High Priestess to the Wheel of Fortune to the World, which is a progression of change and growth, but not on this plane, not in this world.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the 10 of Coins, which is about lineage and family and happiness. So the person you lost is if a message is coming through by manipulating the cards, the message is, I'm happy.
Okay.
Okay, does that help?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so, keep in touch. I would like you to try to call back again in a month or so, and we'll see what it looks like then. Okay.
Okay. Do you have any more things to tell me?
Let me see, just one other thing, and then I'll get to the next call. Yeah, then the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is these cups are important because I got a Five of Cups for you and now a Nine of Cups. Cups are about emotion, but this card specifically is about being able to enjoy life and enjoying the good things in life and abundance.
Yeah.
So this kind of happiness and joy is going to return to you. Right now, you're just suffering because 3 weeks is nothing. 3 weeks we're still hearing the person's voice. I mean, 3 weeks is nothing. So just know. So the message is that good stuff is going to be coming for you. Good feelings, good emotions, and happiness will be. It'll return.
Okay.
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 Stay in touch. Okay,
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye now. Thanks for calling. Now let's shuffle up the cards. You're listening to Reverend Elliot. Reverend Elliot's Magical Window. And it's early September here. For those listening in the archives, who are going to hear this some other time. And we went right from summer to autumn practically. And it is Frankenstein movie weather. It's dark and rainy and lightning and thunder. I love it. This is my kind of weather here. I'm not a summer guy. I'm not a winter guy. Spring I can put up with because it's pretty. But the fall, I like that. I like that dark, powerful energy. And the veil between this world and the next gets thinner and thinner, according to legend, until we get to Halloween, when the veil is extremely thin. So let's get back to the readings here on the Ask One Radio Network, Reverend Elliot's Magical Window. And Heather in Wapaka, Wisconsin is next. Hi, Heather. You're on with Reverend Elliot.
Hello.
Hi, Heather. How are you tonight?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well, What's up? What can I look at for you?
I guess, future, anything in the future. I'm not really, particular on anything.
Okay, well, let me tell you, there's some interesting stuff coming your way. I was just shuffling the cards a little bit while you were talking, and 2 cards fell out. I mean, I didn't even cut the deck or shuffle them up that much, and 2 cards fell out of the deck. And when that happens, I take it very seriously. And 1 card is called the Tower Struck by Lightning, and that is about sudden and dramatic change coming. Something is going to come in your life, and it's going to happen fast. And the next card is the Sun, and that's a card of healing and health and happiness and growth. So something really big is coming your way in terms of all of that, and it's going to lead to very good stuff, because the next card is the 6 of Rods. That's about success and triumph, followed by the 10 of Cups, which is the quintessential happiness. It's a card of great happiness.
Okay.
So you're entering a period, from what I'm seeing in these cards, is you are entering a period of change. Your life is going to change. It's almost going to be like there's a new you.
I'm getting there.
Okay, so have you been hoping for change?
Yes, I've been working on it quite hard.
Well, from what I see here, it's coming, and let me tell you where it's coming from. It's coming from your mind. The Ace of Swords is a very specific card in that regard. Swords are mental activity. Swords can also indicate strife, but it doesn't in this case, because cards' meanings can fluctuate depending on the cards around it, But one of the meanings of swords is mental activity, and strife is part of that. A lot of people who get into conflict and strife, it's all about thought anyway. We create that. But the Ace of Swords is your card here, and that means that you're going to be starting to see things in a new way. You're developing a new way of looking at the world, a new way of looking at life, and it's going to lead to dramatic changes in your life, all of them positive.
Oh, that's fantastic.
What type of change are you looking for?
Mental health change.
Okay. Well, that's here. We've got, because the sun is a card about health and regaining health. And as I mentioned, the Ace of Rods is about the mind. Ace of Swords, rather. It's about the mind. And it's a new way of seeing things. So the work you're doing is going to come to you. You're going to get what you want.
Oh, great. Because I am trying really hard. So...
Well, it looks like that effort is paying off, because these cards are definitely there. You're going to have a breakthrough, is what I'm saying. The Tower, struck by lightning, is about something that comes like that. I'm not finger snapping very loud today, though. How's that? That's a little better. It just comes out of the blue, and it changes things. It's almost like it shatters our old way of existence. That card and the Sun, which is about healing and health and growth, those are the cards that fell out of the deck while I was holding the deck when you were introducing yourself. The other cards are about success and happiness and life-changing and rebirth. Now, there's also, you got two aces here. Aces are beginnings. The Ace of Swords, I told you, it's the beginning of a new way of seeing things. The Ace of Coins is a new way of making money.
Okay. That's great.
So you're looking to start a new kind of work, right?
Yes.
Well, that's here too. I mean, all these things that you want are here, and the outcome looks very successful.
Oh my God, that's fantastic! I'm excited because I'm looking into. I've kind of shut off my psychic ability for a really long time, so I think the awakening means that. So that would be neat.
Well, shutting it off, we can all use a break once in a while, And unless we know how to control those things, it can make us really wacky. This is where people, you see, a lot of children can do this stuff. A lot of children can see and hear the way adults can't. And then, of course, that's trained out of them. Sit up straight, pay attention, look forward. And so, and that gets drilled out of us. But some of us can revive it. And from what I'm seeing here, you will. I mean, you're working on it, and you're going to. And I'm seeing great happiness here. That Ten of Cups doesn't get happier. So the key here is the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Coins shows me that there are new beginnings for you in terms of your mental outlook and in terms of making money. So so it's looking good. And there's success in the future. Yeah, I just got another card. The Eight of Coins is specifically about starting new work.
Well, it's great because thank you. Yeah, thank you. It's been hard for a long time, so I'm happy for a new start.
Well, I'm glad that the cards are validating what you've been working at and what you feel, because I had doubts when I started doing this on the phone, on the computer, on the radio. I'm used to reading directly in front of people and the influence being there. I didn't know if these connections could be made through satellites and all of that stuff, but the tarot must be it's far more powerful than I ever gave it credit for, because everything here relates exactly to what you're telling me that you wanted.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's blowing me away, honestly. It's very nice.
Well, if it gets discouraging at some point, because change can be difficult, especially among our friends. When we change, our friends get panicky sometimes. This show is going to be at the archive at Ask One Radio, so you can play this reading back if it becomes a little, if it sounds too good to be true at some point. Just play it back and remember what the card said, okay?
Okay, I will. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, Heather, and stay in touch, because as you reignite the psychic energy, we may be able to see things and come up with things that can help you out, okay?
That'd be fantastic. Thank you so much.
Best of luck to you. Bye-bye now. And let's shuffle up the cards. You're listening to Reverend Elliot's Magical Window. We've hit the halfway point. See, the show just goes by so fast. This just goes by so fast, and that's why, because an hour isn't that long. If you wanted to get through and you can't, contact me. AskTarot@earthlink.net is the email, and give me a little description of what's on your mind, and I will do a free consultation for you, and then we'll see where it goes from there. You may want a full reading. I have several levels of that. There's a reading that will go for a half hour, and there's a reading that we do in 15 minutes, which is more time than I give to readings here. So these short readings are good. So that's more affordable too. None of these things are expensive, but money's money, And just drop me a line, and I'll give you the information about a personal reading. The best thing to do is to send me an email at asktarot@earthlink.net. That's the first email I check every day when I get up, and I always love hearing from Ask One Radio listeners. I hear from Ask One Radio listeners from all over the world. I mean, I am internationally known now. See, there are no barriers. Next, we'll have to work on getting me known outside the galaxy. That's the power of Ask One Radio. It's marvelous. I've made friends all over the world because of Ask One Radio, and I wouldn't trade a minute of this experience I've had for the last 5.5 years. We're all shuffled up. Jason in San Antonio is next. Hi, Jason. You're on with Reverend Elliot.
Hi.
Hi, Jason. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, sir. It's great to talk to you.
Well, I'm glad to take your call. What can I look at for you?
Okay. I am in a position in my life where I feel very confused, and I'm not sure which direction to take. A little bit about me. I served 2 enlistments in the United States Navy, and then I left. I went to college, earned my bachelor's degree in meteorology, the weather, and it feels like I've wasted my time and my money earning my bachelor's degree, because as soon as I graduated, I put in job application after job application, and the only people that were the only companies that were willing to work with me were like the UPS. I'm a package handler, moving heavy boxes each and every day, or Uber and Lyft and delivery. Those are the options that have been open to me.
So nothing in your trained field.
Absolutely nothing.
Wow, maybe that's.
So you can imagine how I feel right now.
Oh, I know. I know. When I started reading cards for people years ago, the bulk of the questions I got were about romance, and somewhere a few years back it shifted, and everything became about work and how difficult it was to find work. And now that we have this service economy opening up, I mean, the story you're telling, I hear a lot from people that finding work in their chosen field is just. Has become very difficult, and they weed people out strenuously, and there's always talk about going back for like highly advanced degrees. It's become very difficult. Now let me tell you though, I pulled some cards while you were talking.
Okay.
And they're interesting cards, and they are related to work, and they're related to 3 things: money, work, and emotion. And I think that about covers stuff. I mean, what else is there? The first card is the 3 of Coins is the first card here, and that is a card of a person who takes a job that is a temporary thing.
Yeah.
And does well. The thing about that card is that the person does so well that it leads to other things. It leads to better things. The next 2 cards are interesting because they're both 10s, and 10s are the acme of the suit. They're important in terms of that. The work is the 10 of Rods, and that's a card of a person who feels overburdened. The next card is the 10 of Cups, and that is happiness. That is great joy and fulfillment. So what I'm seeing is that this feeling that you have is going to pass. That there is a door that's going to open for you, but it's not going to be like a permanent thing, yet it is going to lead to something permanent.
Okay. I can definitely accept that. I did have a card reading back in May of this year, and the tarot card reader, the lady told me that I was going to be embarking on a journey or traveling somewhere
Now
this
wait,
year.
now that's something I wanted to get into, because just as you were telling me that, the card I got was the Six of Rods, and the six, you say embarking, and a bark is the old word for a little boat, and this shows a man in a bark. This shows a man in a small boat who is moving himself from where he is to where he wants to be. Just as you mentioned that's the card I got, which is the Six of Swords. Now, there's two aspects to that. There's a physical aspect, which could be moving to a new location, and there's a mental aspect. As I mentioned in the previous call, swords are about mental activity. Sometimes this card is called science, and it's called science because it's about a person who uses their own mind power and their mind and their to find a way to get from rough waters to smooth water. It's just that the moment you said embarking on a journey, I got that card, which is a classical card of a journey. It can be a physical journey or it can be a mental journey. But yeah, I'm going to concur with what the previous reader told you.
Oh, wow. I want it to be a spiritual journey. I'm 33 years old right now, and I can say the first 20 to 25 years of my life, I was a lukewarm Christian. In other words, I was praising the Lord and then sitting on the side on the weekends. I'm done with that. Sinning has done me no good. It is actually it has caused the majority of problems in my life. So I've pumped the brakes on looking for love or relationship. I just want to go within myself and take care of me.
And that's and when we accomplish that, that's when we find all the other things. The love and the relationships will come to us when we work on ourselves and we are grounded and we do things to improve ourselves. And what I'm seeing here is that this feeling of oppression and just not getting where is going to leave you, and you're heading towards happiness, and it's work that you're doing that's going to get you there. And just keep in mind on a practical level that Three of Coins. That's the card that says that something that you're going to do that's a temporary assignment of work is going to lead to other things.
Wow. I started working as a preloader for UPS, the United Parcel Service. So
Sure.
I load up the delivery trucks with the huge boxes and heavy, irregular-shaped boxes of mail packages. And it's tough. It really is hard. My part-time supervisor, he stuck me with 4 cars. I load delivery cars 613, 614, 615, and 616. Yesterday, I heard another preloader. He said that the supervisors had given him only 3 trucks. But I know why I was given 4 trucks to load, because from day one, I was focused on the job. I moved quickly, I was efficiently, and that let the supervisors know, oh, this guy, we can task him with more stuff and he'll get it done.
Well, that's part of what's in that Three of Coins. It's about a person whose accomplishments are recognized. Now, if the reward for the recognition is more work, more arduous labor, that's one thing. But that card generally means that you're going to achieve something else. So keep at it, and you'll know if you're being taken advantage of or if you're being appreciated. And that you'll know the dividing line. The main thing is that what you've been looking for. I can see that you're going to get it. I've got the stars. One last card for you before I have to move on, and that's a card of optimism, not opportunism, optimism. and that and the Six of Swords are the 2 things here that you should really keep in mind, because that Six of Swords is that journey that you're going to undertake. And it's going to be your mind and your way of doing things, and you're going to get where you want to go. I see this. I definitely see that that's going to happen, and it's going to work out for you. One last card is the Hanged Man, and that's an important card. That's a card of somebody who sacrifices something now in order to get something better later, and that's the position you're in right now.
Oh, I know all about sacrifices. See, I left the military to earn my bachelor's degree, and that right there, in and of itself, was a sacrifice.
Well, it's going to work for you. I'm seeing that your investments are going to pay off. So, keep at it and don't be discouraged, okay?
And just remain calm. Just breathe.
Well, calm or not, whatever the situation calls for, trust yourself to have the right response and the right reaction, because I'm seeing that you're going to do well. I do see, for instance, the Ace of Rods here. That means there's a new kind of work coming your way, a new career opening. So keep at it. I think these cards are all telling me that you're on the path to getting exactly what you want. Okay? You're very clear. You're clear about what you want. You're clear about what you need. You're clear about how to do it. So keep at it, okay?
Yes, sir.
And keep me informed. Keep me posted. I'd love to hear what's going on. Maybe read again in a couple of months, all right?
Oh, okay. Let me get a pen and paper. How will I contact you?
You can contact me at my email is asktarot, and that's earthlink.net. Asktarot@earthlink.net, or you can contact me through Ask One Radio. Just go to the Ask One Radio website. There's a way to get to me there. Okay?
Earthlink.net
Yes.
or
at the AskOneRadio.com, just where you're listening to me now, Ask One Radio. AskOneRadio.com. That goes for anybody listening. You can get in touch with me these ways. I'm the easiest guy in the world to find. I'm all over the Internet. Just look for Reverend Elliott's Magical Window, and you'll find me. I will be. I'll be happy to keep this going a little bit. Okay, and we'll see what we can do.
Yes, sir.
And I'm always on the air every Wednesday at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, 9 Mountain, and 8 Pacific. So we can maybe we'll talk on the air again. Okay, Jason?
Yes, sir. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you. Good luck to you, because things are looking good for you. Things are very positive. Bye-bye now. And let me give that information again to everybody, okay, because you can always get in touch with me at asktarot@earthlink.net. It's an old-fashioned email, but that's my email. I've been doing this a long time. asktarot@earthlink.net. You can also find me at askoneradio.com. You can get in touch with me through Facebook. You can find me, look for Reverend Elliott's Tarot Consulting at Facebook. Twitter, it's at Rev Elliott. I'm becoming a multimedia conglomerate here. New Age Media, New World Media, you name it. We're all shuffled up. Billy in Surprise, Arizona is next. Hi, Billy. You're on with Reverend Elliott.
Hi, Elliot. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you tonight?
I'm great. Thank you.
Good, good. What can I look at for you?
I'd like to know what my financial future looks like.
Okay. Let's pull out some cards, give it a couple of quick shuffles, and take a look at the money situation. Well, the cards are not like right now. The card I got for now is the Two of Coins, and coins are about money, so that's a good sign. I got a money card here. The Two of Coins is about trying to juggle and balance and keep and maybe get something new started. Is that where you're at right now?
Yeah, I kind of am actually. Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look at that. Let's start with that card and build on that.
Okay.
Are you looking for work at all in this? Because I've got an interesting card here, which is also a money card, which is the Eight of Coins, and that's about a person starting a new job.
No, I'm not looking. I like my job.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Well, if it's not about looking for a new job, it could be a new assignment within, the work that you're doing. But it's about a hard work. Either way, it's about a person who's not only works hard, but the work that they're doing now leads to other stuff, leads to other work.
Okay.
So that's good too. If it's not a new job, then it's indicating reward for a job well done. That's always part of that.
That makes sense. Okay.
Now, Temperance is an interesting card in this regard because the Two of Coins that we opened with is about trying to juggle and balance, and Temperance is the card of balance. So this balance, you're going to achieve the balance, is what I see. The Three of Rods is about a partnership, It's about working with others and working with others to get what you want. And here's another money card. You ask about money, and I got 3 money cards here. The Ace of Coins. I had that earlier. That's the beginning of something new in terms of money. So I think but this is showing me that something is going to come. You're juggling, you're balancing. You're going to do very well at the work that you're doing, so that it's going to bring you into balance. Other people are going to be involved and will help you get what you want, which is a new income stream and more money coming in. That is what you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
So yes, so I definitely see that coming. The Ace of Coins is a very good one. And they've been getting a lot of aces for people this year. Almost every reading I do for people this year has some aces in it. Now, I've got another coin card here and another card of success, but has somebody cheated you out of something? I mean, is something that didn't work out that you wanted?
Something that didn't work out that I wanted?
Yeah, because I'm seeing it could be wrong. I could be misinterpreting it, but I have a card here which is about something that didn't happen. It's something that you were expecting and it failed.
Honestly, nothing I can think of.
Okay. So let me put that.
No, but nothing I can think of.
Okay, that's fine. Let me put that aside because, nobody's 100% right about everything. I'm seeing that's a card that traditionally means a plan that didn't work out right. But after that, I'm getting the Queen of Coins, which is about really a woman who's managing her money, and a person, even if it's not a woman, it's about a person who is doing well with handling finances. And then the Six of Rods, which is a card about success and triumph. So what I'm getting here is that you're going to achieve the balance you want, and that's going to lead to you getting everything you want.
Okay. That's great to hear.
The card in the middle of this reading is Temperance, and that's balance. So I think it's going to, I'm not asking you for too many details, but it's starting from that 2 of coins, juggling and trying to balance to get things going. All the other money cards and work cards here are fine. They're all about success and balance. So this may just be some kind of a temporary thing you're going through right now.
Okay, great.
Is there anything else you want to...
What's that?
Is there anything else you want to take a look at?
Am I on the right path? Did I do the right thing by moving here?
Let me see what... Okay, that's interesting because the card I have is the Lovers, and that is these are 2 major cards I got. That is a card of a person who has to make a choice, and obviously moving was a choice, and you made the choice. The next card is Judgment, and that is a card of getting what you deserve and getting what is rightfully yours. So according to this, you made the right choice.
Oh, great. Okay.
Okay, so, stay in touch.
That's all good to hear.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to work out well for you. Stay in touch, and maybe we can look at some more cards for you again. I'm going to see if I can get one more call in, okay?
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Elliot.
My pleasure. Bye-bye now. Let's just go shuffle up fast and go to Kathy in Toronto. We have a few minutes left. Kathy, you're on with Reverend Elliot. Kathy in Toronto, are you there? Well, let's just shuffle up the cards. You're listening to Reverend Elliot's Magical Window. We're here on the Ask One Radio Network every Wednesday at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, 9 Mountain, and 8 Pacific. And, wow, we're heading into the fall season. We're heading right into Halloween. And we got like a little over 2 months, but that's, to me, I mean, a lot of kids used to look forward to Christmas and things like that. And as a kid, my thing was Halloween, man. I wanted Halloween more than anything. Kathy in Toronto, you're back. Kathy.
Yes, I am.
Oh, sorry, we lost you there. We got, $10 trillion worth of satellite and computer equipment, and it comes down to a phone line. So these things happen. What can I look at for you? I've only got a couple of minutes. Let's see if I can give you a good, fast reading.
Well, I was actually looking into, my son passed away in November, and I was just looking into a reading about him.
Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. That is such a sad thing. Let me see
Thank
what
you.
we can get. Let me see. Well, the first card I got here is Strength, which is definitely, I think, we know that it requires great strength to to do this. The Three of Swords is a card of sadness and great sorrow. And then the next card I have is the Death card, which in other circumstances, it's like rebirth and renewal in our lives. But whenever somebody asks me about someone passing and the Death card comes up, that's just confirming that this is what you're asking about. And now I have the Ten of Coins. A person called earlier to ask about someone who passed on. And I got the Ten of Coins that time too, and I'll tell you what that is. That's a fascinating card in this context, because it's a card that implies lineage. It's a card of parents and children and grandchildren and grandparents and great-grandparents and great-great-grandparents.
Right.
So this is a card about being with your ancestors. And that's what I'm seeing now. I'm seeing that you're dealing with this strongly. I'm seeing that there's great sorrow. Obviously, there's great sorrow in that Three of Swords. The Death card is just telling me that this is the next card I'm going to get is going to be about this situation. And I have the Ten of Coins, which is about being in the arms of one's ancestors, so to speak. In a way, it's a happy card in that sense.
Yeah.
So now we're looking at the person who has departed. For us here, these things are really very sad. I mean, obviously, it's all kind of grief that goes running through us, and it's very hard to deal with. I'm seeing that you're dealing with it well, and if the message I have from the other side is I'm with everybody.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to leave it there, because that's as far as I can see with this, and the clock is running down. I've got to end the show. But
well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Just if you need to look into anything further, here's my email. It's asktarot@earthlink.net, or you can find me through the Ask One Radio website, or you can find me almost anywhere. Reverend Elliott's Magical Window will lead you right to me. And send me an email, and I'll be happy to look at a few more cards for you anytime. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Bye now, and blessings to you.
Thank you.
Well, that's we've come to the end of another segment of Reverend Elliott's Magical Window. We're here, as I mentioned, every Wednesday at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, 9 Mountain, and 8 Pacific, where, as you just heard, we spend an hour looking through the magical window of the tarot. If you want to know more about what I do, there are several ways to go about that. You can check out books. I've got a few interesting books. I hope they're interesting. I think they're interesting. There's books there that I haven't written. There are books there that other people wrote that are really interesting. But go to mojoacademy.org. You can find some wonderful books there that can help you develop the psychic part of your life, or can just show you how you can embrace mind power and positive energy. Naturally, I recommend my own books, Reverend Elliott's Magical Window, which is a tarot book, and Reverend Elliott Explains It All, but there are other books there. Hunches, which is an excellent book for people who have psychic abilities they want to develop. It's the best book I ever read on that regard. Hunches. It's written in the 1930s. It's a marvelous book. You can find all these books at mojoacademy.org. You want to really get into the Halloween spirit coming up in 2 months, give you plenty of time to practice. Go to mojoacademy.org and look for the ancient book of forbidden knowledge. Things like that. Oh man, you'll find a couple of books there that'll really light up your Halloween. That's what it's all about. The quaint and curious volumes of forgotten lore. So remember, get in touch with me if you want to have a free consultation. We'll discuss anything after that's needed, magical work, a free advice on how to maybe help you nudge the world and the universe along in helping to give it what you want. Deserve. Never any charge for the consultations to the Ask One Radio audience. Other than that, remember the website is magic-works.com, magic-works.com, and there's a link there to my Facebook account, my Twitter account, my lonely little Twitter account that's only barely a month old. And I will see all of you back here again next Wednesday at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, 9 Mountain, and 8 Pacific, as we go through Reverend Elliot's Magical Window on the Ask One Radio Network. Till then, remember, time flies, folks. It's up to us to be the navigator. Bye-bye now.